Yo, what is up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing to cook up this NBA action. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day. I call a spade here on the Jam Session. I believe yesterday's video was the worst one of the season thus far. But my guys on the premium side, another money-making day. I really try to win every single game I give out here on this video. But just because I give out a play in every single game on this video, I am not betting every single game I give out in this video. The games that I'm betting, the games that I have the most money on, the games that I'm absolutely in love with are the ones over at Pickdawgz Premium. And on those plays yesterday, we had a really good day. We smacked our play of the day yesterday with the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. A nice, easy win, man. We are now 5-0-2 last 7 on our NBA play of the day. That's a whole week without losing. We've pushed twice, but we haven't lost in a week on that play of the day, and I absolutely love tonight's play as well. You guys can scoop that up over at Pickdawgz Premium. And then we hit our NBA plus money dog of the day yesterday with the Indiana Pacers, outright win in Philadelphia. We smacked our college hoops play of the day with Oklahoma. It was a money-making day for us yesterday. If you want my premium plays, the plays that I personally have the most money on, scoot those up over at Pickdawgz Premium. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk to you guys about is these comments. Y'all got to chill, man. Y'all got to chill. I do not parlay every single game on the board. Hell, I probably only place one single parlay a day. I am a straight bettor, and I advise you guys to do the same. You're going to lose a ton of money trying to parlay every single day. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. If you got $100 to bet today, what I would do, I would put $80 on my favorite play, and then I would put the other 20 on a parlay. Like, it would have to be something like that. You guys kill me with that. The Mavs busted up my parlay. I know that's going to be the top comment today. It's going to be the top comment today. And then you guys just kill me with that, man. Straight bet your way to some money. It's the best way, man. You're going to see your bankroll increase over time. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not that. I really try to win every single game on this video, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you guys that right here, right now. I am cooking it up every single day. I promise I'm putting my best foot forward, and we're going to continue to try to make some money. We're in the middle of one of the best runs of my life right now, man. We're up, 1,300 units last 7 days. Trying to keep that momentum rolling forward. And if you do appreciate the content that I do, smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long. There's a link for that in the description below. And of course, I got premium plays over at the site, man. Trying to keep it rolling. Hey, money making Wednesday, hump day. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Let's make some money tonight. And without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, first game of the night. We got my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, laying 5.5 points on the Washington Wizards. Again, like I said in the intro, I know the most common comment today is going to be Mavs busted up my parlay yesterday. And I understand that was a bad showing from them, but 9 times out of 10 in that exact same spot, I'm taking the Mavs. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We're not going to win every game. I'm sure trying to. But here's my thoughts on this one. If you don't want to bet the Mavs, don't bet the Mavs. It's that simple. Me personally, I'm betting the Mavs. I'm betting them here, man. They're head and shoulders the better team. Like head and shoulders. Really like stomach, head and shoulders the better team. Washington is one of the worst teams in the NBA, if not the worst team in the NBA. I don't like that the Mavs are on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, and the Wizards have low-key owned this series the last few games if you go back and look. But I think this is a get-right spot, man, for the Mavs. I do. That's how I see it. If you don't want to bet them, don't bet them. But I think Luka locks back in tonight. I could see the rock getting swung, and they just taking the opportunity to run a bad team out the gym. That's how I see it. So come on here. I try to tell you guys how I see the game. If you see it differently, fade me. If you rocking with me, rock with me. But in this one, I like the Mavs. When I don't like the Mavs, I tell you. Tonight, I like them. I think they run the Wizards at the gym. That's my thoughts. Next game up, man, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks on favorites laying 1.5 here in this one. Hawks played last night. They did get a dub and a cover over the Detroit Pistons, won the game 126-120, minus their best player, Trae Young. He was out due to personal reasons. I think he had a baby, I want to say. I'm not sure if he's in or not tonight. I haven't really seen any word. I see game time decision currently, and also RJ Barrett game time decision for the Knicks. Last time we seen the Knicks, man, they got their doors blown off out on the road by the Boston Celtics, 114-98. That was the first time Boston had blown out New York in quite some time. We were on Boston in that game. The 3 games prior to that, they had looked really good. They had won all 3 by 20-plus points. Smacked up the Clippers, smacked up the Spurs, smacked up Charlotte. We've already seen the Knicks beat Atlanta once this season. That game was, I want to say, the second game of the season, but that game was in Atlanta. New York came in there, won that game 126-120. I don't like that Atlanta's on this back end of a back-to-back. They actually had to try yesterday to go and get that game against the Pistons. The Pistons played them really competitive. Atlanta did go get them in the end. On this back end of a back-to-back with travel, I don't love the spot for Atlanta. I think this is a spot they drop. I could see this as a perfect bounce-back spot for the New York Knicks. A Knicks team who we know last year played really good out on the road. And again, we've already seen them beat Atlanta in Atlanta once this season. And if Trae Young is out, then I really like the Knicks here in this one. But even if he's in, I still like the Knicks. I think they win this game straight up. Honestly, they win it fairly comfortably. I think it's a bad spot for the Hawks. Great spot for the Knicks to bounce back. I'm not overcomplicating this one. Give me the Knicks plus the points or straight up on the money line here in this one. Next game up, man, we got the Boston Celtics out on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers home dogs, man, getting 4.5 points at the crib. Hey, last night we faded Philadelphia, man. We had the Indiana Pacers straight up on the money line in Indiana. I thought it was a great spot to do so. Indiana can run and gun with some of the best teams in the NBA, one of the best offensive teams in the NBA, and if they could avoid that late run from Philadelphia, they had a legitimate shot to win that game outright. And we were getting plus money in that spot, damn near 2-1 on our money. I think I got plus 175, plus 170, somewhere in there. So it was a great spot in my mind to try to fade Philly. Now we getting Philly as a home underdog. We're very rarely going to get this all season. The only team I could see Philadelphia being a home underdog to is Boston. So, hey, I got to take the points in my back pocket with the Philadelphia 76ers. We've already seen these two teams play once this season. That game was in Philly. Celtics did win that game. Failed to cover, though. The Sixers did get the cover. And when I look at this game, I know Philly's on the back end of a back-to-back, and they lost yesterday. I understand that, and I usually hate that spot. But this is going to be their 5th home game in their last 6 games, so they're comfortable at the crib. Boston's coming off 3 straight road games. They did blow out every team in that road in that homestand that Boston was in, but I think this is going to be a close game, a wire-to-wire game, a game we all should have on our televisions tonight. And in those type games, I'd rather have the points in my back pocket. Philadelphia has a 40% chance to win this game outright. It would be a 50-50 game if they weren't on the back end of a back-to-back. Hey, I like the points in my back pocket. Are the Celtics the better team playing the better basketball? Maybe, but hey, Philly's hooping in their own right, one of the best ATS teams in the NBA. If they're going to give me points, I'm going to grab them. Give me Philadelphia at the crib, plus the points. Here it is. Next game up, man, we got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road facing the Toronto Raptors. Raptors home dogs getting 4.5 points at the crib. Hey, short, sweet, simple. I'm on the Raptors plus the points in this one. We're going to continue to fade the Milwaukee Bucks, man. They are still priced like they were the team from last year, the team that played defense with Drew Holiday, and they are no longer that, man. Are they better offensively this year? Slightly, but you cannot lay points with teams that don't play defense. A lot of times they leave that back door wide open, and teams are able to walk right through it. We've already seen these two teams play once this season. That game was in Toronto, and Toronto took the Bucks behind the woodshed. Final score in that game was 130-111. Where do the Raptors play their best basketball? At the crib in Toronto, where they got the whole country behind them. One of the best NBA home court venues there is. I cannot lay points with Milwaukee out there. Milwaukee right now currently is the worst ATS team in the NBA, 1-8-1 ATS. And depending on what book you use, they're 0-9-1 ATS. So Milwaukee has not been a money-making team. They've been the exact opposite. I'm not catching a falling knife with them. It looks like a terrible spot for them out on the road. We cannot lay points with teams that don't play defense. It's pretty much what it boils down to. I think the Raptors are a live dog here. I think the Raptors hoop at home like they usually do, and we're going to continue to fade the Milwaukee Bucks. Give me the Raptors plus the points, maybe even a little sprinkle on the money line. Here it is. All right, in our next matchup, we got the Orlando Magic out on the road facing your Chicago Bulls. Bulls are favored in this game, laying 2.5. The Bulls are on the cusp of blowing this thing up, man. The reports came out yesterday that Zach LaVine is now able to search for a trade. I think we're a week, maybe 2 weeks away from this thing completely being over. They're going to blow it up. It's just a matter of when. But in all honesty, we look to fade them until they do. And tonight, I think, is the perfect spot to do so. DeMar DeRozan out. Caruso game time decision. Patrick Williams game time decision. Is LaVine just 100% locked in? We look to fade the Bulls like we've been doing for most of the season. The problem here is it's not the best of spot for the Orlando Magic. I do think the Magic are the better team. I do like them in this game, but it's not a great spot for them. They played 4 of the last 5 at home. They went out on the road for the first time in a minute last night, and what happened? They got their doors blown off by the Brooklyn Nets, 120-104. This should be a bounce back spot for the Magic, man, because I do think they are the better team. I don't like the back end of a back-to-back with travel. You guys know I usually hate that spot. But they're a younger team, younger than most teams, and they should be able to overcome that better than most, is my opinion on this. This is mainly a fade of Chicago, and I'm hoping Orlando gets his legs back underneath them here in this one and is able to pull away on Chicago. That's my thoughts here. I'm taking the Magic plus the points. I'm also going to sprinkle some on the money line if the price is right. Not the best spot for the Magic, man. It's not. They just got their doors blown off yesterday on the road. But I think they're the better team. We want to continue to fade Chicago. This team is going to blow it up any moment now, and we look to fade them until they do so. Give me the Magic plus the points and money line here in this one. Next game up, man, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves, a.k.a. the Minnesota House of Disappointment, man. They're out on the road facing the Phoenix Suns. Suns are laying 5.5 points at the crib. All right, lot to talk about here. The Suns should not be favored by this many goddamn points. The reason they're favored by this many points is the Timberwolves are on the back end of a back-to-back. They were just in Golden State last night. Now they got to travel to Phoenix. And then there's the hype factor. This is going to be the first game where we see Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal all on the floor together. So there's a little bit of hype factor, and there's the fact that the T-Wolves are on the back end of a back-to-back. If I was creating this line, though, this line would be Phoenix -2 based on how these current teams are playing right now today. And the only reason it would be Phoenix -2 is because of the back-to-back for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, let's talk about the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, in my mind, are the hottest team in basketball right now. They're playing really well. We all saw the scuffle last night. Rudy Gobert got put in a chokehold. Jaden McDaniels, Clay, we all saw that last night. But we also did see that the Timberwolves were still able to overcome that and win on the road. This is my thoughts here. What did we do with Milwaukee? We have faded them until the cows come home. A new team, a lot of stars, a lot of hype, hasn't panned out yet. The Clippers, a lot of stars, a lot of good players, a lot of hype, hasn't panned out yet. Even go back to last year, my Mavs, when we added Kyrie. A lot of hype, star power, didn't come to fruition. We're fading the hype tonight is basically what this is. If they're going to give us 5.5 points in our back pocket with the hottest team in basketball, we're going to take it. I hate that they're on the back end of a back-to-back, and you guys know I hate betting the Timberwolves. But with every bone in my body, I do believe it's the right side. We got to fade the hype, man. This line should not be 5.5. This team is not going to come together and hoop just out the blue. Like, it takes time to gain some of that chemistry. I love all three of those guys, Bill, Booker, and KD. Some of the best volume scorers in the league. But I don't think it's going to come together just at the drop of a dime. I'm going to grab the points in my back pocket with, again, the hottest team in basketball playing really well. One of the best defensive teams in the NBA as well. I think that's the main key here. The Timberwolves are a really good defensive team. I think they're going to be able to slow down what Phoenix is trying to do, especially night one. I think the Timberwolves are live dogs. I hate that they're on the back end of a back-to-back, but I think they still have a legitimate shot to win this game outright, and I'm definitely grabbing the points with them here in my back pocket tonight. Would I be surprised if they lose and didn't cover? No, because, hey, I'm on them, and they're the house of disappointment for a reason. But I'm telling you guys, I really do believe it's the right side. Let's get it done, Timberwolves, tonight. I'm rarely on them, but I like them tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Sacramento Kings out on the road facing the Lake Show, the Los Angeles Lakers, man. Lakers are home favorites in this one, laying 1.5 points. I think this is a true 50-50 game. You can damn near flip a coin and decide which side you like best in this game. I'm going to make the argument for the Lake Show. I hate that they're on the back end of a back-to-back, but they did look really good last night once things settled down. They end up winning that game 134-107. I'm on a lot of back-to-backs tonight, and I hate that. I really, really hate that, but it just is what it is. I break down the game, and I'll tell you my thoughts. So the Lakers, this is going to be their third straight home game. We saw them smack up Memphis last night, and they beat Portland the game before that. Sacramento, they're coming off of 3 straight home games where they beat up on Portland in OT, smacked up the Thunder Buddies, and then beat up on Cleveland. We've already seen these two teams play once this season. That game was in Sacramento, and Sacramento did escape with the win. That game did go to OT. Sacramento won that game 132-127. It's a tough game, man. I think it's a true 50-50 game. But the Lakers have yet to lose at home, and I think that's the key in all this. I hate that they're on the back end of a back-to-back. Watch out for some injury news. I would wait. I would not be surprised if LeBron sat tonight on the second leg of a back-to-back. There's still a lot of news that probably hasn't come out of this game yet. I'm not necessarily in a rush to bet this game early. If I were to play this game, it would be Lakers, and I probably wouldn't bet it up until, game time. I would wait that long. So, and this is not a game I would have in any parlays for you guys out there that are thinking about it. So, Lakers for me. I don't really like the Kings. I don't like what I've seen from them out on the road. Last time we saw the Kings out on the road, they got their doors blown off by the Houston Rockets, 122-97 and 107-89. I know Fox didn't play in those games, but still, small lane to the Lakers, 50-50 type game. I would wait to the start of the game to figure out who's in, who's out, because, you know how the NBA be with the injury news, but I lean Lakers here in this one. All right, in our last and final game of the night, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers out on the road facing the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland getting 9.5 points as home dogs here in this one. I am going to lean towards Portland. Reason I'm going to lean towards Portland is because I have seen nothing from Cleveland to warrant laying 9.5. Can they come out here and blow them out? Of course, they're the better team. They're getting healthy. I could see it, but I don't want to bet that they do that. There's a difference. There's a difference between seeing it and then betting it. I'm not trying to bet that the Cleveland Cavs go out and win by 10. Hell, can the Cavs even cover an original point spread before we want to lay double digits? They're one of the worst ATS teams in the NBA at 3-7 against the number. This is going to be their 5th road game in their last 6 games. This doesn't seem like the spot to be trying to lay 10 points with Cleveland. I'm sorry. So with that being said, I'm going to grab the points with the Portland Trail Blazers. I don't like that they're on the back end of a back-to-back. They got their doors blown off out on the road yesterday by Utah, 115-99. But other than that, they had been fairly competitive recently. Competed with the Lakers, lost that game. Competed with Sacramento, lost that game, but did take them to OT, lost by 3. They did lose at home to Memphis. That's a bad loss. But the game before that, they beat Memphis at home, 115-113. What have we seen from Cleveland out on the road to warrant laying 10 is pretty much where this comes from. Can they come out here and win by 10? Of course. But do I want to bet that they come out here and win by 10? Hell no. So, Portland, man, they're not a fun team to bet, but they're a 50-50 ATS team at 5-5 against the number, so they do cover in certain spots, and I think this is one of those spots where you got to hold your nose, take the Portland Trail Blazers, and just believe that they're going to get it done in the end. Laying points with bad teams is something I will not tell you guys to do very often, and I think that's what many people are going to do here in this one tonight. Lay 10 points with a bad ATS Cleveland team, a Cleveland team that's below 500, a Cleveland team that has yet to show us much of anything out on the road. I can't do it. So I'm going to grab the points in my back pocket with the Portland Trail Blazers. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam session. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching this video. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're rocking with me, rock with me, man. I'm active on Twitter all day. Link for that in the description below if you guys want to follow me there. And, of course, I got premium plays over at the site. Another winning day for us yesterday. The jam session wasn't the best, but overall, premium winning day, man. Smack the play of the day with the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. We are now 5-0-2 last 7 on that play. So we've gone a whole week without losing on the play of the day. You guys can scoot that up over at Pickdawgz Premium. I absolutely love that play tonight. Or, again, the way I'm running right now, continuing to stack winning days, Hop on something long term, man. The package will play for itself. Hop on a 3-day, a 7-day, a monthly, however you want to do it. Over at Pick Dawgz, you can do it. Pair me up with your other favorite guy here as well, and we'll help put some money in your pocket over an extended period of time. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. Let's make some money tonight. Let's keep it rolling. See you guys soon. I'm out of here. Peace.